Doug. Doug's in Berkeley. Doug, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Hopefully we get a win tonight, but everybody thinks we don't have a chance.
Including you.
I didn't say that.
Well, I've been hanging on for a while, so you kind of stole a little bit of my thunder, but who will appreciate this? I got three quick comments. First one, I think we should hand Pod the keys in a few years. I think we should hand him the keys. I remember Goo's reaction when he said that.
I was like, whoa. I'm like, somebody's got to tell him, you know? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You know, I remember your reaction, man. I mean, there are no keys. There are no keys in the drawer for Pods, okay? He tries hard. I hope he makes it one of these days. I haven't seen anything in his career so far that he's going to be the guy. Second thing I want to say is that what I'm seeing from Horford, who I like, and Post, a nice guy, makes me think of Kevon Looney.
Oh, man.
Very fondly.
Wow, man.
Okay. You know, it really does make me think of Kevon very fondly. Third thing I want to say is we should just stop talking about the Warriors and their turnovers. It's been a problem since Steve Kerr got here. That is not going to change. And the team is older and slower now. We could get away with it when we had, when these guys were younger and faster, and we had Iggy and the old Draymond back there. He goes through the motions. He says the words. The team doesn't change. So it's extremely frustrating. And since we're going to have to live with it, I think we're going to have to live with not getting it deep in the playoffs if we make it at all. Those are the three things I had to say. Thanks for taking my call. Listen to your thoughts.
Hey, love you, man.
No doubt, Doug. Yes.
That's why I wholeheartedly agree with. I needed the Looney fan. I'm not telling you Looney was Moses Malone. We don't have anybody, Horford included, thus far. Evan, tell me if I'm off base here, with bricks in their pocket.
Moses
They can
Malone.
alter shots or go get that rebound like Gary Payton did in San Antonio. Like, people were laughing, Looney's out. But if you look at Post, he's trying. But you look at Horford, what's left? That don't equal Looney. We miss a goon down there.
You missed 2022, Looney. You don't miss 2025, Looney. And that's just the way Looney's a legend. Well, I don't know about that. No, Looney is, he's a fan favorite and is always going to be associated with winning. And the last 3 Warriors championships. But it was time. Kevon Looney was not the player he was 2 years ago. He wasn't the player he was 3 years ago.
But talk about shout out Quinton, talk about our post play. We have none, E.
Well, he wasn't a given to you either. A reminder that you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM in HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app and now broadcasting from the Laughing Monk Studios. All right, Ted Wynn, all guests on 95.7 The Game appear on the River Islands guest line. Isn't it time for you to discover the islands? River Islands in Lathrop.
Yeah, that's what I've been writing in my AI
Ted
script.
Wynn, and also co-host of the Just Win podcast, joins us now on the River Islands guest line. Ted, thank you for joining us, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, and so is Brock Purdy after a really nice bounce-back performance from him. Returns after 6 weeks of injury with that turf toe. I want to start there with the Niners' pretty much dominant victory in Arizona. You know, what were you expecting going into that game from him, from Brock Purdy, I mean, and what did you make of his performance?
Yeah, I wasn't
I'm watching
totally sure
Steelers
what I
and Bears.
was
I ain't
expecting
watching
because
nothing else
of
next
the
week.
nature of the injury, so I was hoping to see him be able to drive off that foot and throw the ball with power, and I didn't want to see him kind of, just throwing off his back foot and lofting too many passes. And I thought he threw with pretty good power and accuracy. It looked like the old Brock Purdy. He was executing the offense at a high level, obviously. You saw him making checks at the line of scrimmage. That pass to George Kittle where, he was able to recognize man coverage because of the pre-snap movement, get into a slot fade, throw a perfect pass was great. I thought there was a lot of pinpoint throws, like that 3rd and 15 throw to Christian McCaffrey on the outside. So it looked like he just hit the ground running, and this was the most efficient offensive showing that the Niners had all season, over 3 points average per drive, which was their highest of the season. So it was good to see him just kind of hit the ground
truly have an agenda. I just call it like I see them and talk about the eye test.
Real
and the fact that the Niners have
sugar.
endured all these injuries, and yet they're the last playoff spot, the 7th seed. It's 7-4. I feel like that's not getting enough run. Some things could happen, but can you just speak to if you are even surprised that this injury-riddled team, Kyle has them at 7-4?
Yeah, I mean, if you
7-4
look
is
at the type
pretty
of
good.
injuries they've had to their starting quarterback. I mean, you lose two of the best defenders in the league. When you look at those impactful types of injuries, there's just not a lot of teams that will overcome that and have a winning record, 7 wins at this point. So, I mean, it's going to be hard for Kyle to win Coach of the Year because
He needs that Coach of the Year.
Who has the Seahawks, flying high right now.
7-4. Well, I like
and
7.
things like that. But when you look at the job that he's able to do, getting the most.
Yeah, the 49ers are 7-4.
Playing for so long, I feel like he should be in consideration.
Kyle should be Coach of the Year.
95.7 The Game. You can find his work at The Athletic. NFL senior writer, also hosts the Just Win podcast. Now, I saw on your social media feed, Ted, on X, posting a video of a run play from the Niners, and kind of a different look.
Damn, I need to hit the dispensary today.
It's hard to not look at the
Will
Cardinals
I?
as an opponent and what the Niners were able to do to them
Holy.
offensively. But do you think that there is another level for this run game for the Niners
Yeah.
that most of the season has been largely dormant, or do you think that we're going to have to evaluate this offense through the lens of
Tap it up.
just not a great running team? in
Get
general?
the subs up.
I don't know if they're going to be that explosive running unit that we're used to.
I already saw
seeing
your
from the Niners,
message.
But I think they can definitely get it to a level where they're consistently average.
So you retracted your
above
message, but it's
average,
still
which is,
there.
all you really need.
You know you spelled it
the way that
correctly.
Shanahan
Hello.
designs play
Hello.
actions and, all these moving parts with this offense that gets your eyes moving one
See
way
it.
and
Coach
running a screen or something
of the
other
year.
direction.
That's right.
This
Yeah,
doesn't
Coach of
need
the
to be
year.
a dominant run game for this offense to be explosive as we've seen all season. But if these guys could stay healthy and the offensive line could gel and they get a little bit better with their timing with their combination blocks and they get a little bit more comfortable with each other, if this running game could be at least average to above average, it gives them at least a baseline every week, and it just makes the offense a little bit more dangerous. And as we know, this is a team that really needs their offense to be consistent week in and week out because of all the injuries on defense. They cannot afford to have an off day.
Hey, Ted, we're a radio station, sports radio station that, we're here for the fans, and fan is short for fanatic, and we deal with a lot. And I just want your honest assessment. Is Mac Jones played as well as he had during Brock Purdy's absence? There was some noise out there that, man, maybe you need to ride the hot hand. Did you ever feel any of that, personally, or did you know, hey, Mac's doing a good job. This will always be Brock's show when he's healthy?
Yeah, I felt. I'm sorry. I felt like the. Sorry, my dog.
Tell him hello.
I always felt like Mac Jones was doing a good job, but I always felt like it was Brock Purdy's job to get back when he was healthy. He was executing offense, but it was a different offense. It looked a lot like the offense Jimmy Garoppolo was running, where you're just running these timing passes. 2.6 average time to throw was the quickest in the league. And again, he did a great job executing the offense. And obviously, when you execute an offense as
It's
well,
Brianna
you're able to score points.
O'Brien.
Purdy and his,
Hi, Brianna.
a little bit deeper and extended plays, they just give you that much of a higher ceiling.
Ted Wynn joining us here on 95.7 The Game.
You look a lot like Chaotic Bliss.
Just Win podcast. Ted, pun intended, speaking of dogs, there were a couple of them that were available at the deadline for the 49ers. It was reported
Are
that
you
Jalen
chaotic? I
Jones
spelled
could have
it
been had
wrong.
for a second-round pick, and said the Eagles sent a third to get an extra edge rusher. We saw what he's done already in a couple of games for them. We saw what Quentin Williams looked like in his first performance for the Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. Do you think it was a miss for the Niners not to go get an extra, I don't know if it's piece or just something to bolster a defense that
what's going on
is
today?
looking like it's leaking oil as we head down the back end?
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely understand frustration of not making a move at the trade deadline. But at the same time, I mean, Quentin Williams was not cheap. You know, I think it was, 2 first-round draft picks?
Yeah.
To get him. And Jalen Phillips, I think you probably could have got him. But again, a second-round
Warriors
pick
in
still
Miami.
not cheap. And then when you look at the defense, like,
4:30 p.m.
this is a defense that is just one player away from really
No,
improving with a
big red
lot of
X.
injuries in the hole.
Big red X.
On this defense, I'm not sure. I mean, like, Jalen Phillips makes a difference with the Eagles because they have a very good, they already have a good infrastructure. And then
I was in the bathtub last night.
That way. But, like, I feel like this defense has suffered
Shaved
so
up.
many injuries that I don't think one player really makes that big of a difference. And I think Jalen Phillips is a very good player.
Was
but
I in the
he's not,
bathtub
like,
last night?
I think
Yeah.
both the game-changing type of presence. That
3 in the morning.
I mean, maybe
Yeah,
I
hot
think
bad.
Quentin Williams is, but like, I don't think the Niners are ready to pay that steep of a price for players.
Hey, Ted, curious to get your assessment on
Please, that just posted. Oh no.
times from Niner fans on their scores I mentioned. They got the last spot now. They got a
Stolen Hyundai leads to officer-involved shooting at El
What do you
Central.
expect? But if somehow
That's
the
my-
Niners didn't make it, Ted, to the playoffs, would you constitute Niner fan being disappointed, or how would you look at that? How
Double
would you sum
tap
all
that,
up
double
if somehow they
tap
don't make
that.
it?
Yeah, I mean,
Police
when you look at
activity,
the moves
yeah,
that
hit
they
the
made
bell.
during the offseason as far as just unloading salary and coming into the season knowing Brandon Ayuk wasn't going to be there, and all of the injuries that they've dealt with, and I know
I don't have
the fans
dog
want to hear
food.
this, but it almost feels like if they make the playoffs,
And I don't give my food
when
to
you
dogs,
consider all of
but I
the,
did pick up my
things
lunch,
that have
and
happened in
it
the offseason and the
it's
season.
so incredibly sad. I don't want to share you my dog ass lunch I got now. Is this episode called Lunch?
It just feels like this season is kind of a setup.
Technically,
season, and
yeah.
if you do well because you have,
Let me count the likes real quick. Alright.
It all feels like a little bit of a bonus.
What do you think I got?
I
I got one. I got one. I thought it would be the best. I got one like.
Yeah, Ted Wynn with us here on 95.7 The Game. I agree.
You see the subs go up.
It feels like that's what's preventing 49ers fans from really, I don't know if it's going all in on the season, and maybe what prevented the front office from going
I'll probably
all
just
in
eat
deadline.
the
I do wanna
watermelon,
ask you about the upcoming
the
matchup
pasta
with the
salad.
Carolina Panthers team that I think from afar has been really hard to get a read on. But the
Oh,
Niners
thanks
are
for
obviously favored at
thank
home.
you,
It
Joshua.
feels
What have I
like
been
this
up to?
At Cleveland going into the bye week, there's a chance to pick up a couple of wins.
Trying to stay warm.
Should 49ers fans feel concerned about Carolina with
Maybe
I
too
think they're a
warm.
team that they might be playing the biggest game in their franchise in recent memory?
Yeah, I mean, we saw what Bryce Young was able to do to a pretty good Falcons defense. He carved them up for over 400 yards. So, and I
We're in a
didn't expect that.
lull.
I mean, they had 2 games where they were awful on offense. I mean, like, looked like one of the worst
Well, we know
offenses
the
in the league.
Epstein files are about to come out.
Atlanta, their first-round draft pick and receiver is having a phenomenal season. Leggett is a guy that was a high draft pick as well.
Very cold.
He flashed in that game, and that running game is a dangerous running game, especially with the Rico Dowdle plugged in. So they definitely have some explosive capabilities, and we saw that.
Trying to make this
play
last
out.
forever.
With the Niners defense being in the state that it's in, obviously, you have to worry about a shootout type of game. And
But I'm gonna go hook up to
that.
them.
Games, it's a bit of a coin flip. So we'll see how this Niners defense is able to contain Bryce, or which Bryce we'll see. Is it going to be the Bryce that struggled to pass for 100 yards, or is it going to be the Bryce that carves up a good defense for 400 yards? I think it's a bit of kind of a...
They should be talking about LeBron James. LeBron James is back.
For this offense definitely is higher than most people
They don't want to talk about Stafford.
Where do you come out?
Aaron Rodgers playing hurt. Brock Purdy.
He's exciting when he's out there. He's
Should he
played
play
5
this
games.
week?
Also returned last Sunday
Should he
against
play?
Arizona. But Ted, I'm wondering, man. Like, I want to see him, and when he's like I said, he's kind of dynamic. But
Versus
he's
Baker
not
Mayfield.
available. Where are you at when you hear Ricky Pearsall? What comes to
Yeah.
mind?
Well, I mean, he's a guy that.
But I think he's
really
beaten
didn't have
Baker.
injury issues
Oh,
in
Baker
college,
really
and
playing.
then, last year year, obviously, we know what happened, and this year was kind of
Don't
a
have the
freak injury
information
as
in
well.
front of
But he
me.
is back,
Not working
and,
with it. That's right.
Last week in his first game back, he was kind of like clearing out.
I was listening to the radio host,
Love for the game, loves the game route, where,
and he was like, he wanted to. It was the schedule for Miami football, and he was talking about Miami football, and then he couldn't remember who Miami plays next week. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. Because there's 150 teams in America. I can't track 150.
He was a pretty injury-free player in college. Hopefully means that these freak injuries are just, kind of bad luck and it won't happen in the future. But, I mean, he's a great player, and I think he has really good timing and chemistry with Brock Purdy. So hopefully he gets integrated a little bit more next week.
Well, Ted, I did want to ask you about this.
Did he say Ted?
Reported today that Mike Florio was talking about
It's me, I'm
what the
Ted.
Niners could do with Mac Jones. And obviously there's some teams out there that could be looking for a quarterback. Next year, I don't know, maybe Pittsburgh if they move on from Aaron Rodgers. Las
Yeah,
Vegas,
Pittsburgh
who
needs a
knows?
quarterback.
There's a lot of deteriorating quarterback positions, New York. And he mentioned Minnesota. I'm just curious what you think that Mac Jones could fetch if the Niners decided to trade him this upcoming summer,
Nothing.
and if you think that would be a wise decision.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't think he would get more than a third-round pick. I mean, I think most people around
Probably
know
nothing.
that when you play in a Shanahan offense, you are going to get, I wouldn't say inflated numbers like their face, but like there is a Shanahan offense boost, and we've seen it year in and year out. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo looked like a championship caliber quarterback, and then he leaves the Niners and becomes a backup. So, like, there definitely.
What is dinner? Is that what I eat at midnight? I mean, if I'm eating at midnight, that's too late for dinner. Maybe I'm having a fourth meal.
A guy like Mac Jones, and maybe they feel like
I go for the fourth meal.
But to me, for the Niners, I think he's more valuable than that. I mean,
Basically, you hit lunch, skip dinner, have a fourth meal.
To have a guy that that you could just plug in and win you games the way that he did, I think it's pretty valuable. And for $6 million for next year, I think I would rather keep him.
I have food now.
If somebody's offering you a second round pick,
Having food in 6 hours,
but anything other than
it's
that,
not relevant.
I would think I would want to keep Mac Jones on the roster.
Ted, is it fair? You mentioned the injuries, and we know.
All this crap. Last time I went and got burgers this week, I brought home mayo. This is.
I mean, should Niner fan have any expectation for Robert Saleh in the current state of this defense to take it up a notch or two, or is that just unfair and unrealistic?
I think, you want to see this offense play better and just, maybe get a little bit more cohesive and maybe win those younger players.
Oh, yeah, McDonald's.
More
McDonald's.
reps. There are those
Hot-
players that are playing in
hot
place.
if I need
players
it.
Get more reps. They can clean up some of the mistakes that they are making. But it is I feel like
If it's after midnight, it's better go to Jack in the Box.
Too much with the current group that he has.
'Cause,
but I agree. I mean, it just stinks when you're.
they tend to be open till 1 a.m. Walk in. And McDonald's is going to usually be closed at midnight. You can't trust the hours on these stores. They open when they want to open.
Based on what they have out there right now.
I got you, Ted. Well, Ted, thank you so much for your time. You've been really gracious and appreciate the insight. Thank you for joining us and have a good rest
I don't
of
want
your
to
day.
walk somewhere,
No problem. Thanks, Romeo.
That's Ted Wynn.
find out they're closed. The place I get my tobacco, he
He
could have been closed.
Yeah, Evan, Stoney and I were batting it
So you
around.
can't trust them at 10 a.m. You have to really wait till 11 o'clock for these liquor stores. Yeah, liquor stores don't open early here.
You'd be like, you spoiled SOB.
No.
You know what they had to deal with to even go down
I expect
to
the
the
liquor
wire
store to
and
be
almost
the first place open everywhere, but
I would be disappointed.
they drag ass. They drag ass.
team's not playing.
I would be disappointed.
I like this chat, okay? Because it's color coordinated. Because it's very easy to tell if the colors have changed.
He's right. Someone like Jalen Phillips would be a Red Soul, and he looks a lot better in the Eagles than he would for the Niners.
Yeah.
And Quinn Williams would be really expensive too.
I'm not worried about the price of my tobacco is the least of my concern.
About that defense. Yes, I would.
This is a 40-cent cigarette, okay? I'm not worried about tobacco. Sure, it's better to pay 25 cents. That's like the old deal. And if you roll them, it's about like 20 cents. Okay. But roll tobacco is nasty.
Yeah, I think Dallas already looked a lot different with him than they did in previous seasons. And that defense is not good.
I mean,
Not good anybody, but
and I pay 8, 10,
is what is preventing people from believing
8, 10.
that the Niners could make noise is the defense.
No tax.
I get why they didn't do anything, but looking
No.
at what some of those players that could have been had produce, I am feeling a little left out. You know what I mean?
I used to pay 15 a pack.
He was keeping it real.
What do you mean I used to pay 15 and now I'm supposed to complain that I'm paying 10 now. No. Now I'm just smoking 3 packs a day. I can get 3 packs for 24. I used to get 24, that'd be 1 pack.
So this is the other part about it too. So Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk, he comes on with the morning.
I'm just glad I don't smoke them backwards.
He said today, and I think a lot of people have.
The price is good.
That Mac Jones is emerging as a candidate, a starting quarterback candidate for 2026. Said it yesterday. Minnesota's a team that might need a quarterback. Said it yesterday. The guy who's
Don't smoke Marlboros.
quarterback now ain't very good. Know that. He's a second round.
And then I'm telling you, McDonald's is better. They have lids for their small waters. They used to not have small water lids, and they used to put mayonnaise in a McNugget box. They'd squeeze out the mayonnaise and put it in a little box for you. They didn't even have mayonnaise packages.
They get a third round contact. But if I can get a second round pick, and that's where 10 change a little bit. Like that's really
It's $4.99 for 2 McChickens. It's $6.07 2 cheeseburgers. So you get 2 double cheeseburgers and a fistful of mayonnaise packages. Is better than the old deal, which would have just been $1 cheaper. Maybe you'd get 2 for $4. It might have been 2 for $4, right? Now it's 2 for $6, but they got mayonnaise and actual lids on their ice. So it's not that bad.
maybe they're not thinking about Mac Jones' thing.
If you're going in for breakfast, I would get mayonnaise. Yeah, when you order a McMuffin or the fucking pancakes, goddamn eggs, Happy Meal. I'm not happy unless there's mayonnaise in it. You can fit a lot of mayonnaise in that big ass Happy Meal box. I don't even mess with ranch or their sauces. Sauces are nasty. Just get the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise on everything. Although it can be a little too salty sometimes.
And I think the Niners are doing that in both worlds. Passing, you can't get to the quarterback, and a good run team, as we saw Arizona have a run call back.
Maybe biscuit with mayo.
I mean, how can I think that any offense could be that perfect to offset that?
Sounds fine.
To go on a run.
That's all you need.
But it just doesn't feel like.
Gravy is too hard. Too much skill involved with gravy.
Niners offense that there's been in years past because their defense is not very good. Like we were talking to the boss yesterday in the green room
Mayonnaise is eggs. It's like eggs and gravy. Biscuit and gravy, there's no eggs in that. There's drippings and more starch, wet starch. I mean, what is gravy other than drippings with more flour? The same flour they put in the biscuit. Oh, would you like some more flour on your biscuits? What is gravy? It's nobody ever. Where on the food pyramid is gravy? Because I'm putting mayonnaise at the top of the food pyramid. At the very top of the food pyramid, you put the mayonnaise. Down there with the bread, would you like some hot toasted biscuit with some soggy biscuit water? That's what it is. There's maybe some sausage chunks, the drippings. Everything in mayo. Everything in mayo. If gravy was so good, they'd put it on ramen noodles. You know how nobody does that. Nobody says, yum. No, they don't want that. You put mayonnaise on ramen noodles. Yeah, that's a fucking delicacy. No television. I don't even get commercials. I'm missing out. Movie trailers. Shit, I'm just missing out. I don't know what the best joke in the next Simpsons episode. At least I don't get South Park, Comedy Central, E! Entertainment. What are those things we used to watch? Cartoon Network. God, I hate television. Nowadays, my television in the kitchen doesn't have Cartoon Network. That's good. It's good. We're TV is crap. Oh yeah, the NFL is 30 frames per second. That's why I don't watch. Everybody trying to squint their eyes to see. Did you see Aaron Rodgers left-handed? No, because it's 30 frames per second. I can't see shit. You got crap-ass cameras in the NFL. You get that shit. 1080p. Ooh, the 1080p. The mere fact that people perform at the level they do, didn't they tell them it's only 30 frames per second, guys. You're not even in. It's not 4K, guys. The NFL, oh, you're not 4K. But the people out there performing like it's not they're not getting interlaced and upscaled. Yeah. NFL some crap. Some shit. Cool. Jaggy, have you ever seen the videos people post? It's like unwatchable slop. Unwatchable slop. Now, nothing against, participating in the sport in real life. It's all about, we just get a glimpse of the action. But to truly, you have to be on the field to really feel the action. I have a theory that they probably have the 60 frame per second recording of Rodgers' injury, but they just take out the frames they don't want us to see. They'll be like, oh, that frame's really bad. We'll distribute this set. We'll take out the other set. Nobody else is gonna shit on the NFL harder than I will. That's right. And I'm not a happy little NFL boy all the time. Now that your Japanese cartoons have over 30 frames per second. And if you're watching a cartoon with that's over 30 frames, it's probably computer generated. Because nobody's drawing 60 frames per second. Okay? Yeah, I'm drawing 60. No. Cheat. But the NFL players don't cheat. They perform like they're being watched at 60 frames per second. Just like me. I perform like I'm in 4K ultra wide. I mean, I want to make sure that the NFL can actually load my video. I don't want to give them anything that'll break their little piece of shit computers. I mean, like people like Al Davis never even owned a single computer. Kept the entire Raiders organization was on a book, was in a fucking paperback book. NFL's unwatchable slop. 30 frames per second. It's not 4K. I think that this pen just, this blue pen doesn't want to hit anymore. I'm burning the battery out. Reach for the battery charger, Ted. It's not in there. Where should have been? There it is. When I'm out shopping at the dispensary, I charge my pen the whole time, so make sure this shit works when I come back. Another comment. You want me to push the button? Charge it. I'm going to push the button too.
Hours and 24 minutes. 1. End. Brenna O'Brien hands in a heart shape with light skin tone. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 want to stop me. Stream snipers hate my simple trick. Script me find out how I got you is right where you wanted it. Agree to take my jacket off one hand smooth. Brenna O'Brien. Script. Brenna O'Brien clinking beer mugs. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 real sugar. Brenna O'Brien keycap 7. Keycap 4. Liliana Holly. Liliana hello. Brenna O'Brien copyright sign. Blood type O. Blood type A. Copyright sign. H. Brenna O'Brien nail polish being applied to fingers, light skin tone. Scissors. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 are you chaotic? Brenna O'Brien crossmark. Joshua double tap that screen you.
Microphone check. Alright. 51 views. Microphone is on. Pressing the button mutes my microphone. And it didn't read everything, obviously. It only read the stuff that would be up here. I can't, Back to the radio, didn't gain us up.
5-7 the game. I hate my voice, see?
The Warriors need a couple of those.
You ever hear your voice? You're like, damn, that sound whack.
Yeah, all the time.
Dude, now you got a good... Give me somebody's, Tim Roy.
Why?
Here soon.
No,
Austin,
but
too.
you used to have to listen to yourself, and you're just like, damn, I just sound awful.
You know what I say?
Yeah, like Buster Rhymes, yeah.
Buster's got a great voice. I like Buster.
I'm too excited at times. I do too.
He's actually a great performer. I've seen him live. He knows how to work a crowd.
Yeah. Have you heard him real quick talk about 9/11 and what he was doing and basically around the corner?
Do I want to know?
No, it was just almost teared up. Like it was real. He's lucky to still be here. And, a lot of people rest in peace, lost loved ones. But he just talked about just looking out, thinking a normal day morning. And it's very interesting to get it from. I'm like, man,
No, it is.
I'm random. I'm sorry to bring that up, but
Well, no, you also brought something up during the break. And by the way,
this is incredible.
Matt Simons will be back hopefully tomorrow, feeling a little bit under the weather today, but Goose holding it down for us.
I'm gonna call him Curry. Curry's
out tonight.
But why?
Curry's out?
I think the ankle is the official injury designation.
We love you,
He was talking about it last night, so you could kind of tell that he wasn't going to play tonight in Miami. Draymond, Jimmy, questionable. Kuminga and Horford also out tonight. They play the Heat at 4:30. Warriors live at 3:30 with Willard and Dibbs. You brought up something during the break that I thought was...
Maybe Dre's out.
Like you said,
Wow.
Are the Pacers done? They're 1-13.
1-13 after being in the finals.
And my response was...
I hate to...
Well, they got one win against the Warriors.
And I wanted to throw my keys across the room like, you're right. One win out of 14 games.
They won like 7 games or something. It was one of the worst seasons in the history of basketball. Pacers might be on pace for that.
1-13, and the one was us on that Saturday.
Awful. And the Warriors lost to that team.
Man, oh man.
By the way, with their guys.
Yeah, no doubt.
With all of their guys.
We just beat the Pacers.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, when did we debut? Because I listened last time I was out. I was at the hospital. When did the Warriors debut the Brown unis? The Brown Town ones? I heard you and, no, it was Saturday. You and Devon talking about it.
About the new unis?
Yeah, the town edition unis. They haven't worn them yet. I forget when they debut them, but I'm asking. But they're the brown version of them. I didn't know about the brown.
Oh, this is from Shamsharani, by the way.
Brown
all the big
versions of what?
So no Horford,
Pacers
no
uniforms?
No Butler, no Curry, no Draymond. So they're going to debut their new uniforms, coming up during this homestand. Yeah, they'll have the nice coffee creams. I know the boss was saying they kind of look like the Padres brown, which I like those uniforms. So it's going to be a little cream colored, a little brown.
I don't even know what to say.
Did I say something?
Creamy brown uniforms.
Right over there?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I just...
Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, Al Horford, out tonight in Miami.
After a loss.
Well, would it be better after a win?
I think so. I mean, what are we doing, E?
They're not trying to win tonight, I can tell you that.
Kinda.
This is your effing job. The season just started. I guess I'm mad at Dre and Jimmy. Damn. You gonna just dress down a teammate in front of the world, and then you sit out against a team that a city you used to own. What about the James Brown, the big payback? Why does it feel like I care more than the players these days?
Does he do?
So Dre is out with oh man.
Well, Curry's not playing, so Draymond's not playing.
That's weak.
But you do bring up something I kind of agree with.
That is weak.
So Draymond called out the team in OKC, right?
Yeah.
He played the next night.
But there were whispers he might not, but then he played, and I was like, I gave him love for it.
Yeah, and he played well, and they won the game. Jimmy.
I I hope you have a great Thanksgiving too.
Last night.
Just remember,
Kind of.
most of my family is still working at my age.
Receipts.
So
That's all I'm saying. These are just receipts. They're going in the file in case this team.
Evan, do you think that's just
Doesn't
me?
turn this
Pops,
around.
is that just me?
They don't
do
have
I
time
the
for my
right as a Warrior
nonsense.
fan to be like, I understand, Steph. You just lost. You're only
and I understand that my nonsense is detrimental
You have a license to be upset.
to a lot of things.
A little fishy sometimes, I guess you could say.
I tone down the nonsense, and
The NBA in 2025.
But you're not OKC. You're not 8.
I don't force
You're 9 and
content.
7.
You
You'll be
know,
9 and 8.
they can watch my show if they want. Basically,
So then they'll come back and well, they'll try and win.
I only exist on YouTube. I am a pure. I only exist on YouTube. That's it. If they don't want to watch, they don't watch. And they're not on YouTube, so I don't watch them.
I'm gonna see that's where you're gonna get caught up.
I know.
So there's,
I know.
Evan, I just.
I'm a
You know
YouTuber.
what? I'm taking it out on
They are
the
not
Warriors,
YouTubers.
but it's really the NBA.
They're casual.
All year long.
They've heard about
For the most
YouTube.
part, have been
You
playing.
know, they watched a couple videos on.
And
No.
Jimmy, where's the warrior in you? No pun intended. Did not want to.
I'm just all in on YouTube. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We went through
You
this
know, my
last
brother
year.
and sister, they're really Facebook people, and I check Facebook
That's how
on the
disappointed
iPad.
and disappointed I am. Please
So,
don't.
and I don't do my show on the iPad.
Come on, man.
Jimmy Butler
So,
wanted
you
to
know, every day
to the
I get
Miami Heat last year.
notifications, and there's usually nothing there from them.
2 days in a row on South Beach.
Other
Why did you care about that
content,
game? Why did you care
whatever.
about this game?
And now this might be the second. It has
I don't-
the
I'm not
ingredients
waiting
us
for
to
it
get right off the
daily.
court again. No shade at the young players.
Okay, so what if they show up to?
They don't go.
And what
They do
if
everything
you
except
were
to
your
go
buddy
live.
And you were on the other
The
end
main
of that?
difference is that I like to be live, and they like to somebody else can maybe it's a picture, you know,
Your ass. Yeah, 34. No, but you back from a cold. Coach Steph looked like he had COVID just a week or two ago.
Draymond was busy getting locked
I
up
need
with
more
Victor
group
Wembanyama.
photography
All right, if we're
option.
gonna be honest, it's on
You know, where somebody's gonna take a bunch of pictures and you may never even get to see them because distribution doesn't come back.
And you know what? Now I'm letting it all out. And I'll be in the house Friday. Nobody asked
Most
me
of the
this
pictures I've been in,
You were the last team that
honestly, it wasn't my film.
The Warriors. Okay.
You know,
We're getting nothing.
these are
Let's
not
be real.
pictures. This is a live stream. I don't.
Still a layup
But I
line.
did take a picture today. I still take pictures. Let's see what's in here. New
Maybe
picture
Willard and Div can ask
from
about
today. There's a
Thursday,
Santa
7
Claus across the
Did
street.
Trey find out Steph
This is
out? Then he says,
almost
you know what? I'm out too. And then Jimmy
Important.
says, oh, Trey, you're out.
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what?
show
I'm
you.
out too.
Went outside.
Steph, when does the game? What,
Well,
the
Draymond.
love of the
The
game.
Santa Claus.
proceed.
This is straight across, you know. Whoa, we got Santa now. Look at that motherfucker there. Yep. Oh, happy holiday, ho ho ho's from San Francisco. I don't know what I'm gonna buy myself. Probably nothing because I'm waiting for big money from Donald Trump. Right? Who isn't? I want to buy a helmet.
I'm trying to think what Jimmy's going to be wearing.
Jimmy's
He'll
gonna
have a
wear
hoodie on or
shades.
something.
He's not gonna be wearing anything flashy.
A tactical vest. No, you say vests are legal. Vests are.
This is truly real, y'all.
Vests are
I am
illegal.
disappointed. I truly am, man.
This is from
After a
408.
loss.
We need to get
It wouldn't be
a
any better after a win. They're still going to go 3-3 in this trip. It's clear this team is not in this season acting like they're 17-3. Disappointing. That's from Gil of the Boxer and Griffin working
I love that.
No, they're not acting like they're 17-3. They're acting like they're a bunch of old guys. Like load manage. I don't care. The Celtics load managed Al Horford the last 2 seasons. They knew that when they acquired him. The Warriors have Jimmy Butler's been load
I want a helmet that is connected to Discord, because I don't even use Discord.
In Miami.
But if I had a helmet, I'd be the best at this. I'd be on Discord. I'd be like, and I don't even have a game. I'll be like, no, I'm not. Games.
From a Jimmy perspective, that
I
it's
only
your
had
team.
games.
You should want to go kick their ass.
Or maybe you just want to win on Friday in Portland.
No, it's here.
Yeah, so a helmet with speakers and a headphone. It should have speakers and then what I want to get is a flashlight. I'll tell you that your loadout. Basically, it's a loadout for going off the grid. You want a flashlight, and because it's so dark in the city, you still need a flashlight. I mean, you still need a flashlight because there's no street lights. There's no street lights, and so you need more ear protection. I want to invest in respiratory. But get yourself a real mask. It's kind of like this, but it's the one that actually works. So when the building fire next time, because the building did catch fire, and I did have to go through my own house with the smoke. It's not cool, and you can easily just have a mask. Well, really strange things. In San Francisco, it's really, you want to be as flamboyant with your light. You want to have a lot of lights on your persons just so you can flash lights at people. People are walking around with no lights. I want to be like brighter than a car. People be like, "Damn, dude, why you got that light, bro?" And I'll be like, "It's nighttime, man. It's nighttime. And it's just a light. It doesn't make horrible noise. It's completely blinding if it's in your eyes. So you can actually just really defend yourself with lights. It's gonna be busy this Super Bowl. Like I remember last Super Bowl, Joe Montana was in town and all that shit. I don't think he's here right now. He'll probably be in the same building he was last time, which is 3 blocks from my house. Now, 10 years ago at that Super Bowl, the Warriors were still a trash franchise. Yeah. They basically won their first championship after Super Bowl 50. So, Stephen Curry is not playing tonight, and he doesn't have to play till goddamn February. He's the king of San Francisco. He's just here to meet and greet everybody who comes to watch. Because a lot of players ain't gonna play. What do I think about the Rose Bowl? Who's gonna play at the Rose Bowl this year? January 1st is part of the playoffs. Maybe guess. I don't want to get into that. Maybe they should just. That's only one game. See, the Bruins leaving the Rose Bowl isn't that big a deal. They only play 5 or 6 home games a year. Hardly any. The NFL has to step in and do stuff at the Rose Bowl, essentially. And the Trojans can go play there. We can force Fresno to come down. Right. It is antiquated. There's not the Rose Bowl sucks. It sucks. The view is not even that nice. Yeah. Honestly, from one side, we're gonna hit an hour. I usually don't go an hour, but I don't want to make midnight shows. I want to make my day show. That's all I want to do. I want to make my day show. But I'll still probably make a midnight show. Today week, because it's so cold at night, it's probably more productive to just clean and do stuff with things I own in the middle of the night when it's Geno Smith is benched. Can the Chargers and Raiders switch positions? Could the Rams join the AFC West if the Chargers I'd like to see the Rams leave the AFC West. I'm tired of inviting the 49ers every year to LA. That's the number one thing I want the NFL to do is to end the rivalries. I'll let the Raiders move to LA if they take the Rams' position in the NFC West. And then the Rams and then the Raiders and 49ers can play every year. And then the Cardinals and Rams could play. Well, they wouldn't have to play anymore. With the Rams. I wouldn't want them in the same city. We can still do it. Okay, even if the Rams came, even if the Chargers went to Vegas, we could still the Rams could still take their the Chargers' place in the NFC West. But then the Rams and Raiders would play twice a year, and it would always be in LA. So twice a year, and that'd be okay. Or maybe it wouldn't. Just change the schedule. Formulation to it's workable. I already have will get me a Discord helmet so I can talk. So everywhere I go, I'll be talking to some loser trying to play Zelda. Yeah. My sister said she was working on the Zelda movie 6 years ago, but I was like, yeah, that's the one I was expecting to watch too. Not like, so there's the Zelda movie coming out this year. So what? Nobody's gonna watch it, just like the last Zelda. And ultimately, the way to pick a movie is to not look at it, to not look at what you're watching when you buy a ticket. So the correct way to go to a movie is to not know what you're watching. So who would ever go to a movie theater after seeing half of it? It's hard though. I mean, you have to really have some time on your hands to pay for a movie you don't know what it is. I can't remember give you any examples, but I know I've done that. Cincinnati, I'd watch old strange VHS tapes. You don't know what's on that shit. Breaking news. The Epstein cover up. Still sipping Venom. Nice. Hannibal asked the important question, why do AEW wrestlers care about Stevie Richards? Stevie Richards just is unfathomable. Hello, hi, hey, with the number 3 on the EXP. It's 12:55. I should listen to the radio, right? Double crocodile.
Jimmy taking off after you did what I deem inappropriate.
They whisper Jimmy Clausen on my radio in the middle of the night.
It's like you can't run from the game. Like, you gotta face it, Ian. I understand, and I'm on record, so I may be contradicting myself for the millionth time. I knew games like this were going to happen, where all 3 were out at the same time. But I don't know why I'm overreacting, but I am, because that was a loss.
His beard's getting
and I thought
long.
something happened special in San Antonio. I really did.
I need more lights. I wish it was brighter in here. So I'm thinking about what I want to buy with my Trump money, how I want to spend my $2,000 tariff kickback.
I want that. And Caleb, you don't got to remind me.
I want to buy a flashlight.
We're not the Magic. We're not a lot of these young teams. And maybe it's starting to set in, Evan, that, you know, we are older.
A powerful
and I
one.
just got to deal with it as a fan.
Well, I think what's
But it shouldn't be. It should be worn on your outfit,
November. You just played half a year last year, bud.
like a minor.
Yeah. And now
I guess I should be shopping for minor helmets. Maybe with the big.
But you're cashing the check.
You're right on
Okay, well, if you
top.
want me at my best, I'm gonna be my
See,
best.
now,
500
and
cigarillos.
I hope that's what I don't like.
Well, I don't.
That's,
but that's just reality. I don't need Jimmy Butler.
25 days, roughly.
That's the thing that everyone's been selling us, which I understand.
Or I could do 500 in
If the Warriors
12
are
days.
healthy and at their best, they got a puncher's chance. Which is another thing that's kind of been bothering me. So, puncher's chance. Do you agree with that? The Warriors have it
tonight.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay. If you
25
have a puncher's
packs.
chance, you also got a chance to get knocked out.
Oh, no doubt.
That's why
Right.
they give people a puncher's chance, is because
Y'all
there's a
don't
slim margin, and you got to be Rocket Balboa sitting in there taking
25
body blows while you're
packs
trying to knock
times
a
8.
guy's block off.
Nah, I hear that.
So they have a puncher's chance. So does literally everybody else, because there's one team that has one win in the NBA, and that's the Pacers, and they beat the Warriors.
$200
So
is what I
everybody
paid for
has a puncher's
500.
chance against Golden State, as they do against these good teams. Like, that's just the reality. So tonight, I'm also giving them a puncher's chance. Do I think they're going to win?
Buying both.
Probably not. But they have a puncher's chance. If Indiana could beat the Warriors at full strength, why can't the Warriors young guys go beat Miami?
But how many times does that ever
So
happen
yapping
for
about
us?
the
Where
Warriors.
we have guys
It's Warriors
having,
in Miami today.
out-of-body moments
Stephen
like
Curry's
with,
not playing
Jackson
today.
From Indiana and Ryan Rollins, like from Milwaukee. And maybe that'll be tonight, but it seems like it always happens against us. And I'm going to read this because it hit me in the cardiac, Austin and San Jose. And you, Evan, this is special to you. The games now count the same. April and May games count just as much as they do now. And I guess that's what I'm saying, Like,
Not to
I
those
thought
guys.
this was about Operation Not Chase. We don't want to chase. We don't want to chase.
I
You
see
know, you
another
don't chase, you
video
shoot
about
for it.
another
And you
spot
take care
on
of
the map
business. And I
in
know
World
you're
of
not gonna win
Warcraft I
every
need
game,
to
but
watch.
damn, you have increased your likelihood of losing with all three of your dudes out tonight. And I just feel like when
I
you're
just
20
watched the
and 3
15-minute
or 17
video.
and 4, that's when you get that part of the playbook. When you just drop a game and look old to Orlando.
I
Okay,
scrolled
so
forward.
would you rather have Jimmy play tonight?
Congratulations, you're my
and then sit
52nd
against Portland?
viewer.
He's gonna
Most
sit
likely.
at some point. But Jimmy Butler cannot play 82 games. Steph and Draymond cannot play 82 games.
Evan, I
Shouldn't be
swear,
forced to
I
play.
would like for him to play tonight.
You're my
to stop
53rd
us from
viewer.
2 in a row coming back to Portland Friday night. So,
And we went over 62 minutes.
You're probably still going to lose if he plays tonight. Then he doesn't play against Portland, a team that
And I just hit
when
the
you're at full
20%
strength.
battery
And
warning.
then you might
And I'm going to wrap my episode.
you don't have a healthy Jimmy.
We're wrapping it.
You know what? I don't know what you were trying to do, but it got me thinking. There's no way I can run from
But I've been spamming. Oh, man, watch it. Stream Sniper. Are you Stream Sniper? I'm going to put something in chat. It's laggy. The touch screen on my shit's messing up. Expand. Oh man. Said who said hi? Unfathomable want to stop me. Stream snipers hate my simple trick. That's what I've been typing every day on AI. Yeah. I like to be all dramatic and read it out like I'm on an episode of Bobox Man. Little drip bro. Finally I got you right where I want you. Stream Striper, little drip bro. But how I got you right where I want you. Tap it up. Look at myself. Get the number up. Get the shares up. Ooh it up. Do you remember me from the Dolphins versus Washington game? Little drip, bro. No, I don't. But that Dolphins Washington game was the end of the. Sorry, I could just take off my Washington colors. They ain't playing a competitive game this year. They're done. So, but y'all have some pastel for me because the Dolphins think they're making the playoffs with 4 wins. If you don't have more than 3 wins, you're done. So I took the jacket off. I got you. my jacket off. Really excited for the Steelers in. What's the what? Let's look at the NFL weather report. Get the forecast for week 12. 49 degrees, a slight chance of rain. They're saying rain, no snow next week. I think it's a little, it's cold. We're wishing for snow, but we're getting rain. I'm surprised to see this. Who's got the hottest game of the day? '77 down in New Orleans. 79 in Houston. Coldest game of the week. 42 in Minnesota. 49 in Chicago. 56 in Cincinnati. '53 in Baltimore for the Jets. Ravens, easy Raven win. Will Lamar Jackson be padded up like a snowman? Without, more likely, at his best when it. Okay, 49ers at home, 59 degrees. That's the weather. That's my Sunday. 59 degrees, waiting for Super Bowl 60. Easy to remember that. Tried to get the uniform information, which would have included the broadcaster information. I don't know who's going to be broadcasting in Chicago. Looking for that right now. The announcers are set 7 hours ago. Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt. Okay, 5 hours ago, Panthers Wire posting broadcast maps, which I'll take a look at now. CBS Sunday. Getting the red game. San Francisco is getting the Colts Chiefs, not the Steelers Bears. We're not getting the Steelers Bears. Fox really. So if I don't want to watch the Colts Chiefs, I will have to watch the Vikings Packers. Colts Chiefs is going to be a better game. Vegas is getting the Packers and Vikings. But on CBS Sunday, it's gonna. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? I'm a little this color. Vegas is watching. What game is that? Can't tell. There's some strange color on this map. Vegas on Sunday. Looks like they don't have a. They don't even have a game. It's. They have no game. That's crazy. CBS Vegas. Let me look at this. I did have a lot of views on that Dolphins game, which was segmented into 2 episodes, which was like the 2-hour and then the finish. I think. My drink empty. Is Penn State gonna take the best coach that should? If you decide to work for Penn State, you could have been like at the New York Giants, and then all your little football guys would be like wishing they could be Giants, and you'll be like, "I'll get you there. We'll get you drafted by the Giants." I think it's more likely that the Jets or the Giants will be better, win a Super Bowl before the Bills. And Sarah Palin. I want to wrap this episode. That was a good episode. Yeah. I'll be back after I do. So I get cold. I'll be trying to get warm.